আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আমি মানহা। আজও এসেছি আপনাদের কাছে একটি সুন্দর ভিডিও নিয়ে। আজকের ভিডিওটি শেয়ার করেছেন ইন্ডিয়ার তামিলনাড়ু থেকে একজন শ্রদ্ধেয় ফিলাটেলিক কালেক্টর। তো আসুন আমরা ওনার বাংলাদেশি কালেকশন দেখে আসি।
Welcome to episode number 2 from Hobbies Centrale on the series on stamp collecting. The first episode, if you've not watched it already, was from stamps from South Africa. Now we are going to visit the continent of Asia, and we are going to look at stamps from Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a small country neighboring India. It's one of the lesser known countries in the philatelic world, but by virtue of showcasing these stamps from Bangladesh, I hope to show you the rich cultural heritage that Bangladesh does showcase via their stamps. So let's start. This particular section that I've featured for you right now showcases two thematic elements. One is the animal kingdom, and the second is a beloved sport of most of the subcontinent of Asia, cricket. Starting with animals, you see the first stamp that shows a goat. Goat is very important. You see different types of goats here. It's important not only as a livestock but also as a means of food. You have mutton, which is a goat. You have lamb, which is from sheep. Livestock in the form of cattle, cows, very important for milk for the Bangladeshi, most of them who are into animal husbandry. Then you see here a stamp featuring an alligator. Alligators are a different type of species from crocodiles. You notice that from the snout of the alligators, right? Next to the alligator stamp, you will see a stamp of a pangolin. This is a very rare species of animal, not often seen in the outside world, and it's a native species to Bangladesh. Being a country bordering the ocean, the Bay of Bengal, Bangladesh relies on fishery for a major source of income. This stamp shows a fish. And the national animal of Bangladesh is the tiger, also known as the Bengal tiger, which is straddling both the Sundarbans, which shares between Bangladesh and India. You see stamps featuring tigers. Not many people know that tigers are very good swimmers, and they live in mangrove forests that covers most of Bangladesh. You also see a stamp featuring birds. Migratory birds choose to frequent Bangladesh often. You see a stamp showcasing a lizard. Not many stamps actually showcase the reptile world, but more countries now are showcasing stamps from reptiles to show the rich heritage in terms of flora and fauna that the country has to offer. Moving on to section 2 of this particular selection is cricket, a very beloved sport of Bangladesh, as does most of the subcontinent. Cricket, the mainstays of Asia would be, we have teams from India, Bangladesh of course, Sri Lanka and Pakistan. So these stamps from Bangladesh shows cricket. You see the sport being played in a stadium, in a field. You see Bangladesh, the Wills Trophy. That stamp highlights the Wills Trophy. You have the ICC World Cup also being highlighted on a stamp. Here you see a person who's batting, and here you see a person who's bowling. And you see the umpire and the fielders around there. This particular stamp showcases the stadium as well as the World Cup that is there on offer, for which the teams are vying for. You see the ICC World Cup. Here you see cricket being played in the fields where you will see the teams there. So yes, so this particular section we showcase the philatelic history of Bangladesh in terms of the animal kingdom and cricket, a beloved sport. So onwards, this particular section of Bangladeshi stamps that I'm showcasing to you showcases wonderful black and white stamps, also known as monochrome stamps. These are from famous personality series. They honor a wide range of personalities of Bangladesh, from literature to poets to freedom fighters to politicians, writers, etc., even people from the military forces. The reason that this particular series appeals to me is because of its simplicity. You can see that they've not used color, they've used just black and white, and it makes for an interesting series to collect. Okay, so continuing the series from famous personalities, we now move to personalities, but these stamps on personalities involve color. You will see wonderful stamps from Bangladesh showcasing individuals from various streams: industrialists, philanthropists, writers, poets, political activists, prime ministers, the founding father Mujibur Rahman, people like doctors, scientists, etc. These stamps are really, Bangladesh has moved on to using color on their stamps from their definitive series in a very interesting manner. So this particular selection shows you some of their stamps on famous personalities through color stamps. Continuing with the series, we see here the famous personalities of Bangladesh in color stamps. But I'd like to showcase this particular stamp. Bangladesh has started issuing stamps on personalities from around the world. That stamp is of Princess Diana. And you will see that these variety of stamps showcases not only current famous personalities, but also the erstwhile rulers of Bangladesh, some of their cultural heritage in the forms of the poets, etc. Bangladesh also has an affinity for India's own Rabindranath Tagore, and you will see stamps which showcase Rabindranath Tagore on them as well. So Bangladeshi stamps, especially the personality stamps, you see this is a Saturn series, two stamps that come together as one. Bangladeshi political personalities, etc., well documented on the stamps and makes for a very interesting collection. Okay, now we are moving on to the regular stamps of Bangladesh. Starting, you will see the Bangladeshi flag for tropical collectors who collect flag on stamps. It's a hybrid stamp in the sense that it also shows the national animal, the tiger there. The next stamp showcases learning, which is Learning for All is a very important initiative of the Bangladeshi government. This stamp showcases nutrition for the kids, right from the time a child is born. This particular stamp showcases, I think it's the Liberty Bell with a crack on it, so it's a kind of a joint issue. Industry, sunflower and refined oil, etc., being made from agricultural produce. Agriculture is a mainstay of Bangladesh. That stamp shows a rural scene, a farmer in his fields, etc. This showcases the Bangladeshi post, the postal van carrying your stamps and your letters across the nation and to various other countries. Another stamp from Bangladeshi World Health Day, health being a very important concept. Again, you see stamp showcasing agriculture. The next stamp is a part of the definitive series. Unfortunately, I don't have many of these definitive stamps to showcase from Bangladesh. Perhaps a later video would warrant that. Moving on to health, you have a stamp showcasing the International Youth Disability Day, etc., right? So you also have stamps on learning again, architecture, you have sports. Bangladesh encourages youth to partake in sports. Then you have stamps on the scouting movement. You have stamps on aviation, basically modes of transportation. This stamp showcases an aeroplane, a train, and a ship. So basic modes of transportation. The crown. Bangladesh was also part of the British Empire. So you'll see a lot of inferences to the royal family on Bangladeshi stamps. Yeah, so moving on, here you will see I explained about sunflower and also Bangladesh's reliance on agriculture, donation of blood, sports, boxing being showcased. Next, you have stamps showing architecture. You have stamps showcasing let's say, the importance of philately. Philately is gaining an importance around the world, and this particular stamp showcases Stamp Day being celebrated in Bangladesh. Another sport being showcased here is volleyball. So the youth are encouraged to take part in various sports, and you will see from time to time stamps in Bangladesh showcasing sports. This is a scene from a local Bangladeshi sport. It's called Kabaddi. So two teams play across in a field. So that's a game of Kabaddi. You also have letter writing, encouraging people to be more literate. Mining, infants, celebrating a child and good health for children. Agriculture, fauna, right? So, and here as a major system of transportation, you have boats that go across the major rivers that are there in Bangladesh. So yes, this is a very interesting series that Bangladesh has to offer. Onwards, we'll see that this particular section is continuation of the Bangladeshi commemorative stamp series. I'm just going to keep speaking as you feast your eyes on the stamps that are being covered here. This particular series showcases a wide range of topics from Bangladeshi sports and aviation, maritime, architecture, flora, fauna, the cooperative movements that Bangladesh is part of, majorly for the subcontinent, also known as SAARC, or the South Asian Regional Cooperation Pact that they are part of. Bangladesh being a Muslim country, you will see a lot of stamps that showcases mosques, people praying, etc. You will also find stamps that showcases the local artistry, musicians, etc. And these stamps of Bangladesh makes for a wonderful collection. You will see stamps from modes of transportation, transportation that you will not see much anywhere else in the world. For example, a rickshaw. A rickshaw is a three-wheeler where it's pedaled using the legs. So it makes for a very interesting topical collection as well as for a country collection if you choose Bangladesh. So these Bangladeshi stamps, as you can see, I'll keep speaking as the video rolls over the particular stamps, showcases a wide variety as we've already spoken of. In this particular section, as you're feasting the eyes over these stamps, showcases sports, Bangladesh's cooperation with different countries, their mailing history, and also known as duck runners, people who carry the stamps and run with them as part of their postal heritage. Early Victorian era post boxes. You will see the London Olympic Games being highlighted as a commemorative stamp. Coins on stamps for people who collect coins on stamps. You will also see stamps showcasing the maritime, architecture, agriculture, the SAARC movement that I spoke about a few minutes earlier. So yeah, Bangladesh is a very, very interesting country to collect, and one of the lesser known countries that people normally do not collect because it's a little difficult to get hold of Bangladesh stamps. This is the last section of Bangladeshi stamps that we are showcasing here, and this is a section that's comprised of two parts: the used stamps of Bangladesh as well as some of the mint never hinge stamps that I will be showing you before we end the video. Some of the mint stamps that you will be seeing are stamps that I've already shown you in the used condition, except that they come with the edges. I like to collect stamp at the edges of the sheet. Sometimes you get them with the traffic color, as we call it, the color scheme that is used in the printing of the stamp. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you get them with the plate number, with the printer's name, etc. Some details that come on the edges. So this video will end by showing you some of the mint stamps of Bangladesh as to offer, and the mint stamps, like I've told you already, encompasses a very, very broad scheme of subjects: moss, British reign, sports, technology, writers, poets, flora, fauna, social messaging like the importance of donating blood, children's education, etc. So this is the end of the series of stamps on Bangladesh. If you've not seen my earlier episode on stamps from South Africa, please do so. And as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to stay on top of all episodes from Hobbies Central. So signing off, happy collecting.